So let me know what you all think. Like, for all you fans out there, and especially my friends who've been trying to get me to watch this, I honestly am a little bit torn. Like, should I go back and watch all of the seasons, or should I start maybe like in season 5 where the latest story arc really started to develop? I like the backstory, so I need to know if it's worth going back to watch everything. You all, please let me know. Please let me know. All right, Lulu, I lied.
I knew it!
You gotta hear me out. When I said I wasn't gonna watch any more Star Wars, that I had my fill, the whole movie series pretty much left me feeling like I had enough.
Whatever, John.
I forgot about the Clone Wars. Now, I have to admit, none of us have actually seen the Clone Wars, this cartoon series that's been on TV for a long time. There's a good reason, right? Because for the most part, when it started off, it just kind of felt like a side story that I really didn't care about. This whole series was set during the time between the Clone Wars episode 2 and episode 3. And that was when I was working on Star Wars, and I was fully immersed in that whole storyline, the whole world of Star Wars. And after that third movie, I had enough of Star Wars too. At that time, I was like, I had enough. I was literally working on Star Wars all day, all night for like years of my life. And I was like, I had enough of the story. I didn't need the side story anymore. But lo and behold, this cartoon kept going on and on. It kept getting better and better. And it was not just a cartoon. It was like some of the best storytelling out there.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I would say that as people have continually kept me up to date on what's been going on, it sounded like the way they were talking about it was the type of revelry and appreciation that rivals The Mandalorian. So now, the final season of this thing is coming out on Disney Plus. They had wrapped it up. They said, no, one more season. We're going to make one more season. And we happen to have Disney Plus because, you know, I made the mistake of buying a year subscription.
A year?
It was on sale. It was on sale. So I thought, all right, Mandalorian. And I guess I got a little bit ahead of myself because I thought some of the new Marvel stuff would be coming out sooner, but it's not. It won't be for another like couple of months, maybe till it's the end of the year. But this is coming out next month. And so we can appreciate this. And this is a whole series, 7 seasons of this storytelling that just sounds fantastic. So I think this will be the last Star Wars story that we appreciate. And after that, I'm done. Because I feel like Star Wars has run its course. It's just trite at this point. And I think a lot of Star Wars fans who are probably a lot more disappointed than I am, I think just had my fill. So let's check out this trailer. Let me just show you like what it's all about, how far it's come, got some of that potential like The Mandalorian did. Okay. That's a long intro, but I want to say this was more about therapy for me than anything. This wasn't about just keeping you up to date. It was just me letting out Star Wars ride that I've had my whole life, culminating to this point where I can say I'm moving on.
All that are so familiar.
I can't help myself.
Helps to myself.
And away we go.
Soon, the galaxy will be remade. The Jedi and the Republic will die.
I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi.
Wow, the animation's a lot better now.
We must take.
Why would anyone walk away from being a Jedi? We were trained to be keepers of the peace, not soldiers.
We clones have mixed feelings about the war. Without it, we wouldn't exist.
All part of the plan. The plan. Everything is about to change.
Who is she?
She's like the main character in this whole storyline.
Every choice made has led to this.
That does look good. Oh my god, the fighting scenes that they have now, especially space battles, it's pretty amazing. But man, this looks really good.
It looks really good.
It does look really good.
Yeah.
I want to see, okay, you know what? Let's compare this. Let's see if we can go find the original Clone Wars. So like, this is like what season 1 looks like, right? And mind you, again, this came out like a good number of years ago at this point. You can see the texture quality just isn't as good. The animations just aren't as smooth. But they did a really good job with the character design. I've always liked the way the humans looked, very long and lanky, very thin, and the angular type of faces, all very, very cool. But computer animation has just come so far. So for me, when I first saw this, I'm like, this looks like some cheap video game graphics. I'm not gonna buy into it. But the storytelling is really what kept people coming back. And as you can imagine, year after year after year, the graphics get better, and that's where we are now today. So, yeah, it's a whole new story. What's interesting is that because this is a side story, like we already know what happened back then, right? We know that Anakin was going to go to the dark side and become Darth Vader. We knew that the clones were going to turn against all the rebellion and basically kill all the Jedi. And so this kind of fills in that story because it just happened all of a sudden, like, what led up to it. And so it's interesting that it was just a bunch of little short stories that was told in the first couple of episodes. But this main character now that we've been following, Ahsoka, only came into the series about halfway through, maybe about season 5 or so. And I think a lot of people just really became attached to her, in particular her storyline and how that's evolved. Something's going to happen here. I don't think it's going to turn out in a happy ending. Like, what's this sinister plan of this was always the plan type of thing, that Darth Maul is talking about, which by the way, he's back alive again. He's not dead, even though he was cut in half. He's kind of a clone too type of thing. So there's so much. It's called Clone Wars.